Next on Good Morning El Paso, I hope they resolve their issues, whether it's with UMC or with anybody else.
Taxpayers wonder what's next after El Paso Children's files for bankruptcy. We have your complete coverage coming up.
And we say goodbye to a fixture in El Paso radio. After entertaining KVIA listeners for years, a local DJ loses his battle with cancer.
And breaking overnight, more than 24 tornadoes slammed the state of Texas. We have your Storm Track weather coverage coming up.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Well, we made it to the middle of the work week, and if you like how warm the temperatures have been lately, I think you might like today. Look at that gorgeous start.
Yes, this is a live look outside from our ABC7 mountain cam this Wednesday morning. You can see the beautiful sunrise there. It doesn't look like it, but we could be in store for some changes tomorrow. Very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Floren. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we have some insight thanks to Crystal Cly, who's given us heads up.
And she is tracking some changes, Crystal.
That is right. The changes, though, not moving in until your Thursday. Today, just as good, if not better, than yesterday. We're starting out with your conditions outside in El Paso. 57 where we're sitting. Your winds are light. And we are at a low relative humidity, just 33%, meaning dry conditions out there, which will last right on through the day. 46, the temperature in Las Cruces out there. Sun is just starting to rise. Your winds out of the west at 6 miles per hour. And today we're looking at just breezy conditions expected in our forecast with our clouds and radar map. Mostly clear out this morning, mostly clear through the rest of today. That will allow for your temperatures to soar yet again. We'll track how high they go today and also talk more about the weekend. I know that's where the focus is. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Crystal, thank you. And now to our round-the-clock coverage out of Culberson County. Emergency crews are dealing with a nasty wreck on I-10 East. This is by mile marker 170. Take a look at this photo. It happened around 3 a.m. An off-duty firefighter was in the area and sent us these photos. He says one person was killed and 2 others were hurt. We are waiting for the sheriff's office in Culberson to get back to us to confirm that information. But you can see a semi engulfed in flames in these photos. 2 of them were involved. Now, if you're heading in that direction, you can expect it to take a while for that area to be cleared. And moving on now, the future of El Paso Children's Hospital is now uncertain after its board decided to file for bankruptcy yesterday. After months of negotiations, Children's Board decided not to accept University Medical Center's final offer to settle its more than $90 million debt.
This will not be an easy process, but in order to protect the Children's Hospital, its scope of services, and its patients, and to maintain all that has been achieved in 3.5 years, this is the right thing to do.
So why did the deal fail? County Commissioner David Stout says he believes it's because of a lien UMC placed on the Children's Hospital, which the Children's Hospital wanted removed. Commissioner Stout also says Children's was concerned about language in the contract that hinted at a possible merger.
Children's says it wanted an independent, freestanding children's hospital that doesn't fall under the direction and financial control of UMC. But County Hospital and commissioners all had strong words about Children's decision.
They have harmed the taxpayer, they have harmed UMC, they have harmed Texas Tech, they have harmed this community.
County Judge Veronica Escobar says that she feels betrayed by the decision to file bankruptcy. Commissioner David Stout says the only thing UMC was trying to do was to protect the taxpayer, and the filing bankruptcy will only hurt taxpayers now. Children's is urging UMC to immediately re-enter mediation, saying if they can push the reset button, both will be in great positions to do great things. And get this, commissioners suspect Children's knew it was going to file for bankruptcy as early as February. Also, ABC7 learned from Children's bankruptcy documents that UMC knew of Children's financial issues all the way back in 2013. It was in 2014 when ABC7 discovered it, and we have been following this story ever since. So what does the bankruptcy filing actually do for Children's? ABC7 spoke with Spira CEO Andy Krafser, a former lawyer and former bankruptcy trustee. He says Chapter 11 bankruptcy is bad for everyone here. He says the hospital doesn't appear to have enough money to operate profitably, and that means it's going to have to get a loan to continue to operate. This is a creditor-controlled process, and UMC is a secured creditor, which means UMC would have an absolute veto right over any bankruptcy plan. The process is going to drag on now for months, and in the meantime, it means more costs.
And new this morning, we're hearing from doctors over at El Paso Children's. How will this move affect hospital staff and, more importantly, patient care? Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is live with some unexpected reaction, and she continues our complete coverage live. Denise.
ABC7 spoke with the medical director of radiology, and he says the children's announcement of filing for bankruptcy was not a shocker. In fact, through the entire process, he says leading up to yesterday, the board and administration did not leave staff in the dark. Dr. Shathan Morthy says that a majority of the staff agrees with children's decision to file for bankruptcy. He says much of the staff relied on UMC as a partner, but says UMC did not fulfill that obligation. Dr. Morthy says that there was a lack of trust. He adds the staff has been assured that operations will not change, current employees will be paid, and employee turnover will be fulfilled, and that patients, of course, will be taken care of. But there may be a slight change in how new doctors are brought in.
Physician recruitment, to the extent that we can move forward, will continue on the slow pace. We've already been at a slow pace because of the uncertainty that's been going on for the last few years.
Again, Dr. Morthy says that he trusts children's board decisions and will continue to trust them and support them because he believes that they know the mission, and that's to take care of the children of the borderland and of El Paso. For now, we're live in South Central El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC7.
Thanks so much, Denise. Well-known El Paso radio DJ Scott Ronson has died. The station KLAQ says Ronson lost his battle with lung cancer yesterday, more than a year after being diagnosed. KLAQ says he leaves behind a wife, daughters, and grandchildren. If you ever listen to the Q, you know that voice, that raspy voice.
Gosh, our condolences out to his family today.
Yes.
And taking a look at our TxDOT traffic cameras at 6:07, we're looking at central El Paso at I-10 and Baisano, where traffic looks pretty light at this time. No problems to report. We'll keep an eye on things throughout the morning for you.
And it is now the single largest recall in American history.
Coming up, what drivers need to know about the Takata airbag recall. Also,
next thing I know, I see them start peeling off the roof and the boards are just flying through the air. And that's when we knew we had to get inside.
More than 24 tornadoes reported in the state of Texas this morning, some places getting the most rain they've seen in decades.
And back here in the borderland, meteorologist Crystal Cly has our detailed forecast. No rain today, but could be in the forecast.
That's right, we're tracking chances of rain. We're also tracking your weekend expectations. It's all after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC7, where news comes first.